Let's get to it.
25 an hour is like the new $12 an hour in 2025. And the old folks don't get it because 25 an hour back in the day, you was balling. Now, bro, you can't. Come on, bro. Let me break it down. 25 an hour is what, 52 a year? Before taxes. So after taxes, you looking at what? Let's round down. 40K. Let's use some easy numbers. So over the course of a year, you working with $40,000. 40. So now let's kick in the bills. Let's start with housing. Average apartment costs $2,000 a month. Over the course of 12 months, that's 24K. That's already half. Gone. They talking about, oh, your housing should only be 30% of what you make. How? I just took the average. And it's all half my income already gone. 30% of my income would mean 30% of 40K, which is 12,000, which divided by 12 is 1,000 a month. Where is anybody gonna live for 1,000 a month? So how?
For $1,000 a month, I just seen a hotel, old hotel, for that price. $1,000 a month. It had a microwave and a mini fridge, and it was an extended stay. And they want $1,000 a month for that, and just have a sink. It don't have a stove. It's a hotel, y'all. One bed, mini fridge, microwave. They turn them into like apartments. $1,000 a month, but you can't turn it into an apartment because it's obvious it is older hotels. And this was a viral video I seen for Orlando. And this world is completely sad if that's the case right now. Real sad. That's what you can find for $1,000 a month. This is just mind-blowing and shocking in so many ways. Because 25 supposed to be, wow, you getting paid. But he just started with rent. And once you start with rent, that's half the income, like you said. I mean, you can't even go no farther. Don't say car note. Man, it's getting bad out here, y'all. What we gonna do?
Housing already took over half. We had 16 already. Next, we got transportation. Let's do car note, car insurance, and gas all in one. And I could be lowballing, but let's just say $750 for easy numbers. $750 times 12 is $9,000. We already at $16,000 left. Minus the 9, what is that? $7,000. We're already at $7,000. I only listed 2 things. Next, we got groceries. Gotta eat, right? Let's say we spend $100 a week on groceries. We gonna be generous. $1,000 a week. That's 4 weeks. That's $400 times 12. What is that? $4,800. Let's round up and say $5,000. $5,000 a year on groceries. We had $7,000. 7 minus the 5. We had $2,000 left already. I don't even need to calculate anything else. We already had $2,000 from 40 and only named 3-4 things. I didn't include any debt that you may have, credit cards, all that. I didn't talk about health insurance. I didn't talk about if you had kids, if you had pets, any emergencies that you had, car maintenance, anything that you wanted for yourself.
Yeah, that's for one person. So if you had multiple people paying at, both of y'all made 40, then you can use the other 40 for all this stuff he naming. But it's hard out here. It is hard out here, y'all. And folks are continuously being laid off. I suggest everybody live within their means. Buy what you can afford. Look for discounts, coupons. I'm going to keep saying that. And I'm going to keep stressing that because it's getting bad. Big bad. For real.
I didn't talk about any of that. Off of $40,000, only named 3-4 things, and you already at $2,000. What are we talking about? So anytime somebody be talking about $25 an hour is good, man, no, it's not. And I'm not being ungrateful. I'm being realistic. $25 an hour gets you nothing. If anything, it puts you in the hole. You don't even break even.
Whether you have a degree or not, if you work a full-time job, you should be able to afford a house. Like, I mean, a roof over your head, meaning an apartment, a spot, whatever you want to call it, a efficiency, whatever. You should be able to have a fucking roof over your head and have food as a grown adult. I don't know why it's becoming so normal for people to be adults and having to either roommate or or having to sit up here and slum. When the basic necessities become luxuries? When?
Does anybody else get physically ill whenever they go grocery shopping and they see the total when they're checking out? Like my wife and I, we have a family of 5, right? Me, her, and 3 kids. And then you throw in 2 dogs into that as well. She went grocery shopping the other day and she was like sick at the price. So like I check the bank account and it's $550. And like that lasts us like a week and a half. So I don't even know how the majority of the people out there are even affording groceries these days. I think I'm gonna have to start like tricking on the side or something. Unless she starts selling feet pics, I'm not really sure what to do.
Look, why do my kids make a joke? Because I have grown kids. I know I look young, but I'm not. I have grown kids. And we could be somewhere at the store and they were like, might as well start selling feet pics. I'm like, why y'all keep saying that? Everybody say that it's a joke. Lord, yes, when you go to the grocery store, it's like, oh my God, $15 for some ground beef. Dude, I remember when this was $6, $7. Bring those days back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Cause we tired. We tired of busting down our account and definitely, like that girl said, 40 hours and you can't even support yourself. You working the full 40, but you feeling like a part-timer. Like, dude, get out. Working 40 and still gotta stay home with your mama, man. But hey, make the best of it.
Hey, we live in central Illinois. Our electric rates just went up 50%. My nephew has a ranch home that's probably 1,200 square feet, and his bill went from $260 to $560 in the last month. No difference in usage. The company just increased their rates 50%. So I'm curious if you have a similar home in a surrounding state, what you pay.
Why don't you just move? Why don't you just move? Why don't you just move? It's a nationwide problem. A nationwide problem. It's not just me. It's a nationwide problem.
Gen Z is only eating 1 meal a day. Let that sink in. My heart breaks, and my heart is breaking today. I saw a guy who posted a video today. He, I think, himself identifies as a Gen Z generation, and he said that he is in college and he can only afford to eat once a day. And that's just the state of things. And it just, it breaks my heart as a dietitian who believes everybody should have the right to access to quality food, healthy food, enough food, for fuck's sake. I don't have the answer myself. I don't have the solution. The only suggestions I can provide are ways to fill the cracks in the short term. This is a systemic problem that has a definite root cause that we could address in this country, but we just don't. Our elected officials don't put their money where their mouth is in fixing these problems. In case it helps someone today, Feeding America has a link where you can input your zip code and identify a food bank local to you. Food banks are an essential thing in our community. They help so much. I try to donate to food banks where I can. As a pediatric dietitian, I more so donate things like infant formula to food banks because I find that that's an essential item that parents often need and is really expensive. So that's my thing of choice, as opposed to like the, canned vegetables or something like that, which are ridden with sodium and, not as helpful of an ingredient, although it's food. So food is food. At the end of the day, there is no bad food, and food has no moral value. But I will drop the link to this in case it can help anyone. Again, it only fills the cracks to a desperate problem in this country, but sending love today.
You are not tired. You are underlived. You're not tired because you're too busy. You're tired because nothing lights you up. You've been living like a machine, doing, fixing, holding it down, but none of it feeds you. This is not exhaustion. It's emptiness. Your life, well, it got functional, but it stopped being yours. You stopped asking what you enjoy, what excites you, what scares you in a good kind of way. And now it's all flat. It's heavy. It's dull. This week, we'll do something that doesn't earn a dollar, fix something, or impress anyone. Do something that just reminds you you're still you. That, my friend, is where your energy is truly hiding, and you need to get it back. And I hope that helps just a little bit.
Here's something simple you can do to not forget about yourself and take care of yourself, even if you busy and on the go and you feel like you just don't have time like that. Run you a warm bubble bath, put some scented candles around it, cut the lights off, bring your phone in there, turn on some music, put the phone on the counter so you ain't tempted to be scrolling and disturbing your little relaxation time. Put the phone on the counter, play some relaxing music, close your eyes, dip the rag in the hot water, put it across your face. Close your eyes and just soak in that water and take a breather and forget about everything. That's just a simple, small way. Self-care. I always believe in self-care because self-care, if you don't have that, you're going to crash. Now we grind, we go, we get, because we trying to make sure we got it and we straight. But don't forget about yourself. Because when you forget about yourself, then you forget about everything.
If your bills paid, you ain't broke. Let's talk about it. There's a big difference between people who don't afford to live and people who actually can't afford to live. And the only way to know whether or not you can afford the lifestyle that you currently have is by knowing where you spend your money. The only way to know about your finances in general is to write things down, is to have a detailed spreadsheet or notebook paper of the specific dollar amount. If there's ever a time where you take financial advice from somebody and they immediately tell you to stop spending money, I want you to run. Turn the other way and run as fast as you can. Because it is impossible in this type of economy to not spend money. Most people don't afford to live. Most people can't afford to live. The people who don't afford to live are the people who spend unnecessary money on things that they shouldn't spend money on, or that they could probably sacrifice and not spend money on until bills and priorities are taken care of. But then you have the percentage of people who are genuinely trying to afford a bare minimum lifestyle. Those are the people who simply don't make enough money, who simply don't bring in enough income, who live the bare minimum life, pay bills barely, eat barely, and still can't afford their basic necessities. Let me know what y'all think.
It hurts my pride to post this video, but I am freaking out about money today. I absolutely know that I'm not alone. I know that a lot of the people who voted for Trump did it because they thought that he was going to lower the cost of living, and very much the opposite has happened. And when the budget bill passes, because it's probably going to, probably a 98% chance they will find a way to pass it. Even if you're not on Medicare or Medicaid, which I'm not, I have health insurance through my company, it's likely that our health insurance premiums are going to go up. And the Fed is saying that they're not going to cut interest rates anytime soon. We are literally backed into a corner where many people are now financing their groceries. They're putting like sandwiches on layaway, bitch. I'm a lucky person who is at least living slightly above paycheck to paycheck, but I have a bunch of credit card debt that I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of. And again, it feels like shit to admit that on a public platform, but I think it's really important to understand that desperation for a lot of people leads them to a place where they will do anything to fix their circumstances, especially for those of us that have children. And I do understand that MAGA was simply desperate for any change. And that is why Democratic Socialists always win elections, because they're addressing the actual problem for the vast majority of people, which is the affordability crisis. And now we're staring down the barrel of another fucking gun. They're going to do this again, and life is going to get more expensive, and there are more tariffs coming, and what are we supposed to do? I am sick to my stomach thinking about all of the Americans that are about to have no health insurance at all. I just don't.
Today, what is it, August 25th? Today, 1,500 people woke up with a pink slip. Because of the tariffs, they couldn't stand it no more. I'm going to do a video about it tomorrow. 1,500 people lost their job. Today, August 25th, because of tariff. And when she just said something about tariffs, it just reminded me. But I'm gonna shoot y'all that video tomorrow, guys. It's just shit stuff.
I don't think that people understand how many Americans are about to lose their lives.
What are we even celebrating this coming weekend? Like, seriously, what is there to celebrate? Freedom? From what? Most of us are chained to a job or a paycheck, or a bill that's already late. I mean, today's the 1st. Let's not forget rent just hit. Utilities are due. Your bank account's probably already sweating. Half the country's broke and depressed. The other half's pretending everything's fine. And everybody's either burnt out or beefing with each other on the internet. I mean, what's so united about this country in 2025? Out here in the Houston area, you can't even use a public bathroom without begging for a key like you're on probation. Because poverty's gotten so bad, they treat everyone like a suspect. Well, this isn't freedom. This is survival with rules and suspicion. We got billionaires flying to space while regular people can't even wash their hands without clearance. The rich are hoarding, the poor are surviving, and the government's too busy feeding corporations to care about anybody else. People are working 60 hours a week just to barely afford the basics. And they'll still tell you to work harder. Meanwhile, you're about to go celebrate this country with fireworks and grill meat and stuff and spending money you don't have just to feel free for 24 hours. And then it's right back to the grind on Monday. Same stress, same paycheck, same damn trap. It's all a cycle. Spend, obey, distract, repeat. This isn't patriotism. It's just programmed loyalty to a system that doesn't serve you. Until we stop pretending, until we stop participating in this bullshit, nothing changes.
I'm going to be honest, right now with everything going on in the world, and I see people struggle to pay their rent, their college debt, support themselves, their children, they're homeless. And then I work at my job and someone comes in and they spend $100 grand in one sitting and they don't bat an eye.
Listen, America, I don't know what else you want from me, okay? My car is doing terrible. I don't got money for that, okay? My rent, if I want to renew, it's going to go up by $300. I don't know where I'm going to get that from, but you know me, I'm going to make it happen. You want us to start paying our student loans back. I was going to pay regardless, that's fine. But $400 a month? Where the hell am I going to get that? Where? I really don't know, alright? Grocery store. I haven't been there in a minute. I can't even tell you the price of anything because I haven't even been buying groceries. I just take a little snack. Give me that. You know what I mean? And I really don't understand. I mean, because I haven't gotten a raise. I'm still paying tax. I'm still doing all this stuff. So I'm just like, y'all keep asking and asking and asking, and a bitch hasn't been given anything recently. I literally have nothing else to give you guys. America, I already work 2 jobs, and I work so much. And y'all talking about y'all want some more babies repopulated. I can't even sit down and have a baby because y'all have me working so much. Like, I don't even understand how half of the population's doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it. It's just, I don't know. I just need America to slow down. Like, it's not even fair. I'll wake up, go to work, I might watch some Love Island, and I go to sleep. I can't keep doing it.
No, because what do you mean I'm paying every single month?
It's almost like it's designed just to stress you out. Give you more stress than it can give you, so your nerves can be bad. By the time you get older, you just prone for a stroke at that point from just stressing all the time. You gotta find some kind of relief in the middle of the storm to not eliminate yourself through stress. Stress beats down the body beats down the immune system, beats down the morale, the happiness, the everything. You hear that, girl? I'm already working 2 jobs. I don't even go to the grocery store and just grab a little cheap something snack. You raising this, you raising that, you just school loans, 300 more for rent. Like, it's just designed to stress you out. So I always tell people, man, like, you got to find a way to make sure that you do not let this stuff break your body down, because it's real out here, and it's just gonna get realer. Be ready, be prepared, be a prepper. If you ain't into prepping, learn about prepping and food storage and emergencies and stuff. Learn that and stay within the means. Stay within the means. Stay within your means. Don't get tempted. Okay.
Month for my health insurance, but I have to pay $9,000 before I can actually use my health insurance. What do you mean by that? So why do I have health insurance? So
That's crazy. Dang, barber. Dang, working at the bakery. Walmart. Uber.
My thing is, our government tells us so blatantly that they don't care about us to our faces, right? But then when we try to support our communities and organize as a community, they don't want us to do that either. Like, they take away all of the government assistance, right? All of the government assistance. And then when we try to organize and say, well, we'll grow food for each other, they slap a permit on gardening. Like, I'm just confused. What do they want us to do? What exactly do they want us to do? They want us to go to work, to make money, to buy things that cost an astronomical amount of dollars because of all of the taxes and everything, tax cuts and whatever. Prices go up. We're supposed to pay for those things. But if there's no money going into our pockets, people are struggling because of all the taxes we have to pay, then we won't have money to pay for the things in the stores for the corporations that they're trying to make successful that line their pockets. Like, it doesn't actually add up to a win for them. I'm so confused. Where will you get your money if we don't have money to spend on you, for you? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
It has been brought to my attention that on occasion, one must in fact pop out and show folks. So I'm going to show you everything you don't see, because poverty looks different for everybody. First of all, no one owes you an explanation as to why they may be fighting an eviction or why they're unemployed. But I am doing this in hopes that I might crack a few hearts and minds open wide enough such that some empathy might creep in. I literally can't count how many people commented this exact thing verbatim or something similar. You can follow the video back for context, but I'm basically talking about having been unemployed for 2.5+ years. And I'm filming in my chair right here, and this is usually what you see, my kitchen and my office, which is in a loft. And then there was some shots framed in front of this bookshelf. And you know what they say about assumptions, so let's go. My living room wall, which is so dry rot, it's spongy, and you can push it. Exposed Romex cable and junction boxes running the length of my living room. What you don't see is the plasma missing from my body, but you can't see the you-know-what marks from donating twice a week for the better part of a year until my body couldn't take it anymore. What you don't see is heat, because it hasn't worked in 5 fucking years. What you don't see is my beautiful hammock chair, console table, record player, bookshelf, because I had to sell them. Oh, but Melissa, you have Ahsoka Tano lightsabers and a fancy bookshelf. Why don't you list them for sale? I've tried. They're not going to offer me more than $20 or $50 respectively. I'd rather give those items as a gift to my friends for helping me pack and move, because I can't afford to pay anyone to do it. What you don't see is my reading chair, my dresser, and my bookshelf, because I had to sell them. What you don't see are all of these clothes I had to sell. What you don't see are my NeoPixel lights, my computer monitor, my iPad, my e-reader, my Apple Watch. You also won't see the rodents and their feces because I have to clean them, remove them on a regular basis. Yes, I live in a nice apartment. I've made it a nice apartment because it's my home and I've lived here for almost 14 years. It should be nice. Poverty looks different for everybody. The only reason I'm still here is because I got my eviction dismissed after fighting it alone for almost 7 months. And prior to that, the only reason I wasn't evicted sooner is because I am sustained by quarterly financial aid. My mom gave me every penny she had until she no longer couldn't, and odd jobs. If you've been following along, you know that I received financial aid last month. I paid May's rent. I already can't afford to pay June's rent, which means I could be served another eviction notice at any time, and this process can start all over again. Poverty looks different for everyone. Obviously, you're not going to see me in front of a favela. I live in the Bay Area. That doesn't mean I haven't gone hungry. That doesn't mean I can't afford to get to job interviews. That doesn't mean I'm not extremely unwell physically and mentally. What you see is what remains, the things that I have not had to sell, but might yet still have to in the coming week. My hope is that if and when hard times befall you or your family or your friends or anyone you know, that somebody is kinder to you than you were to me. Because you're...
Wow. She just said a mouthful, y'all. Poverty does look different for everybody. You don't see people struggle. Somebody smiling with you and their car about to fall apart. Somebody could be smiling, hey, how you doing? And their body just need a break. They just been going, working, need a break. You know, you may be having a house repair. You know you ain't got the money, but so you got to put up with the hole in the window because you just ain't got it right now. So you got to use tape. Be kind to everybody because you don't know what nobody going through. I'm Tiffany Rose. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I talk about the economy things that's going on. Hey, I don't know. I might switch it up one day, talk about who got slapped. But right now, we into what's going on. Things that's important. I like to keep everybody aware, keep everybody woke, because I'm going to keep speaking the truth. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.
If you are a believer, you're born again, you are called to be a watchman or watchwoman or watch person, doesn't matter. So, it means you are someone who's to behold, to look up. You're called to be one who waits on the Lord.